Are you ready for Sunday school, kids?
Good morning, everyone. I think I'll just wait for a few minutes here. I just have to wait. Waiting. Oh, are you waiting too? Are you waiting for me? That's silly, because I'm waiting for you, and we're all ready to go. That's great. Phew. Well, I get tired of waiting sometimes. I wait and I wait and I wait for all kinds of things. I wait maybe for the phone to ring. I wait in the lineup at the store. I wait for someone to come and visit me. I wait for church to start. I wait for all kinds of things. Waiting is something that we do a lot of in our lives. Do you know that somebody once told me that when you're 70 years old, you will have spent the equivalent of 3 years of your life just waiting. That's a long time to wait. Do you know Dr. Seuss? He wrote a little poem about the waiting place. This is a book called Oh, the Places You'll Go. And one of those places is the waiting place. I'll just read you a little bit of his poem. It's kind of cute. The waiting place is for people who are just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or the bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or just waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Well, now we are waiting. We are waiting for something. Today is the first Sunday in Advent. Advent is a word that means to come. We're waiting for something or someone to come. Do you know who that might be? Who are we waiting for? Some of you said Santa Claus. I heard that. Yes, we are waiting for Santa Claus. But do you know, Santa Claus wouldn't be coming if it wasn't for somebody else. Somebody whose birthday we're celebrating. Who is that? Jesus. We're waiting for Jesus' birthday to come. That's what Christmas is all about. Yes, Jesus wants us to give. And that's exactly what Santa does. Santa gives to all of the children around the world. But it's because of Jesus' birthday that we do that. Advent means to come. There are 4 Sundays in Advent and then Christmas. We're going to learn a little bit more about that downstairs when we go and do our craft. But while we're waiting for Christmas to come, there are lots of things that we can do. We can decorate, we can listen to Christmas music, we can get the turkey dinner ready, we can make presents to give to others, we can send Christmas cards or phone people we haven't talked to in a long time. There are lots of things that we can do while we're waiting. Jesus wants us to do some things too while we're waiting. He wants us to share with others. He wants us to love everybody. He wants us to tell stories about him. He wants us to pray lots. He wants us to sing songs about him and about Christmas. And he wants us to spread joy. Do you know the song that we sang a couple of weeks ago, This Little Light of Mine? And there was one part in it where we have our candle and we cover it with a basket. And we say, no, we're not going to cover it with a basket. We're going to let our light shine. And that light is the light of Jesus. And hiding it is what we don't want to do. We want to share it with others. That's what Christmas is all about. Sharing the love of Jesus and God. So when we go downstairs, we're going to talk a bit more about that too. Jesus also told us that he's coming again. Wow, I'm excited. I hope it's today, but I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Do you know that we have been waiting for over 2,050 years for him to come? But we're still waiting, and we don't mind waiting, because we know he promised he would come, and he will come. And we're waiting for that too. Let's say a little prayer together. I will say the first part, and you can repeat it after me. Heavenly Father, as we spend time in this waiting place, we look forward with great joy to the celebration of Jesus' birth and to the day when he comes again. Amen. We're back down in God's garden, and we're going to make an Advent wreath today. Today is the first Sunday of Advent. There's going to be 3 more after this, and Christmas as well. We're going to make a special way of counting down to Christmas. And I've got in the children's activities, you can find this and print it off if you want to. And it explains what each candle is all about. There are 5 special candles. To make this craft, you're going to need some green, lots of green construction paper. You're going to need a little bit of yellow construction paper, a little bit of red to make the little berries that you see on here. You're going to need white, pink, and purple construction paper to make the candles. Also, you're going to need a paper plate. Similar to what we did last week, we had to cut a circle around to make our mask. Do you remember doing that? Some of you did that. Well, I have another paper plate and I cut another circle in the middle of it. This time we're going to make the wreath. These are called holly leaves. And they look kind of tricky to make, but they're really not. I will show you a little bit how to do that. It's quite fun, actually. You just start at the bottom and you make a curve out, and a third curve. Now you're going to go down and do the same thing. 1, 2, and the last one should meet up with the first one. And then you just cut it out. It's very easy to make. I'm going to cut out a couple more here just to show you how to do that. Okay? So I'm going to cut out on here, and I've got this folded over so that by doing that you make 2 at the same time. So 1 curve, 2 curves, 3 curves, and turn it around. Another 1, another 2, and another third curve. Will end up like that. And there you have 2 holly leaves. You can leave maybe some small ones and some big ones as well. Okay, so I've already started this one. I'm putting the small ones around the outside of the plate. And for that, you're going to need some glue. So if I take some of the ones that I just made and put a little bit of glue on them, and then just tuck them under here, just to cover up the plate. You can put as many as you want, and it'll make it look really, really cool. Some more glue on there. Once you've got them all around the outside, then you can start putting them on the inside. This guy needs a little more glue there. There, it's not too hard. Then you're going to take the bigger ones and you're going to put them on the top. So you can put some glue around on the top and just lay them down. I've got mine overlapping just a little bit because that kind of makes it look like they're just at random. I'll put a little bit more on here. And put this one on here. And look how quickly you've made a wreath. Then you can put around these little dots if you have some red construction paper. These dots are the berries. And you can put them all different pots, anywhere you want to on here. So that it looks like it's a real holly. I saw real hollies growing out west when I was out west in Vancouver. They have real hollies growing out there and they're beautiful. All right, so that's our holly wreath. Now we're going to make it into an Advent wreath. And to do that, we're going to need the different colors for different candles. We're going to need purple, and we're going to need 3 candles. So I've drawn 3 little rectangles here, and I'm going to cut them out to make our candles. Super easy. I have one that's going to be our love candle, one is going to be our peace candle, and one is going to be our hope candle. Then we can glue those on our wreath as well. So I'm going to put one at the bottom. I'm going to put one at the side. And one at the other side. 3 purple candles. Now we need the joy candle, and it's going to be a pink one. That's the one that comes the Sunday before Christmas. So on the Sunday before Christmas, you will light this candle. Every Sunday you light a different candle until all of them are lit. So we're going to put the pink candle there. The last one is the Jesus candle. Can you guess what day you're going to light this candle? Christmas morning. Very good. That's the day we're waiting for, isn't it? And that's going to be, let me put that one close to the top too. There we go. Okay, so you can see they look like candles, but there's no flame on them yet. Usually we light candles, but so we're going to cut out 5 flames, and I folded this yellow into pieces so that when I cut one flame out, we will automatically have both of them. So you can make a flame any way you want to. I kind of like to make a little point on the top and then start at the top and go down to the bottom again. And today is the first Sunday in Advent, so do you know what? We can light one of our candles. We can light, there we go. One candle today. Next Sunday, you'll light this one. The next Sunday, this one. And the last Sunday, this one. And on Christmas, this one. And when this one is lit, then we'll know that it's Jesus' birthday. That will be lots of fun. You can hang this in your window or put it in the middle of your kitchen table or dining room table, or like I like to do, is put a hole in it and use a bit of string and just hang it on the wall so that every Sunday I remember to put another flame on the candles. And that's what I'm going to do with this one. And there you go. Make sure you keep those flames safely somewhere so you don't lose them. All right, we have another craft to do. This one is a little bit trickier. Anybody can do it with your mom and dad's help for sure. So let's get going on that one. Put these up here. And we're going to need some glue. Don't think we'll need that, but we'll need markers. And we'll need scissors. And we're going to need some tissue paper if you have it. If you don't have tissue paper, then you can just use construction paper. And there, this is what we're going to do. This is another way of counting down to Advent using candles. As you can see up here, I already have 2 of them done. And because today is the first Sunday in Advent, I have put the flame on the first one. And remember the first craft, we had 3 purple ones. There's our other purple one. So to do this, you're going to need some handprints. Lots and lots of handprints. About 20 handprints. I like to do 2 different shades of green because it kind of makes it stand out a little bit. If you don't have 2 shades, then you can color one of them with a dark green marker and leave the other one the color of the construction paper. So the way that I make these is I glue one light and one dark together so that we have these glued together, and one light and one dark together. And then I glue these together down here so that they come out sort of at the side, just like that. So they're sort of spread out sideways rather than straight up and down. And then I take a square like this one. That's the next step we're going to take. To do that, you're going to use black construction paper. I folded this into 3 equal spaces. Going to be 3 candles. So you're going to have to do this twice because we need 5 candles actually, but you will have an extra one left over in case you make a mistake. Then I'm just going to cut straight up the side to make the edge of the candle. Over to the other side. And then straight up this side. And because they're all joined together, that means that we're also going to have to cut them apart now. But by doing them all together, it means they're all going to be exactly the same. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to put 2 of these up here because we don't need those just yet. This one we're going to use some tissue paper. And since we already have 3 purple ones, I'm going to show you how to do it with pink. Okay. I cut this tissue paper to fit just exactly on top of the black part like that. So when you glue it on, you won't see the sides sticking out. It does take a little bit of measuring and being careful, but in the end it's going to be beautiful. I like doing it with the tissue paper, especially because I plan to hang it in my front window. And then when I do that, that means the sun can shine through it from outside and my indoor lights can shine through it so the people walking by in the evening can see it too. There we go. Just lay it on there and you're done. Now I'll tell you what I did, a little trick. I couldn't find any purple tissue paper. So you wonder, how did I do that? Well, I used pink and I used blue and I glued them together. And voila, I had purple. There's lots of different tricks that you can do to make this. So now we're going to glue it onto the wreath here. And it just takes a little bit of glue to do that. There we go. And on this one, I can put the white one because I already have that one ready. The white one is the Jesus candle, and that's the one we're going to light on Christmas Day. So I put a little bit of glue around this one as well. And there's that one done. So we have the pink and the purple, and this one just needs the wreath done on the bottom. Do you remember how I did that? I had the 4 handprints, 2 light, 2 dark green, and I glued a light green and a dark green together, and a light green and a dark green together. They're separate, and then I put them together like this. And that will be the wreath that will go in the bottom of this one. Then I get to hang them up on the wall and show you how pretty it's going to be. Okay. There's our 3rd purple one. And we will put it up here. And then remember that which one goes next? The joy candle. The pink one, that's right. And that will go up next. And then on Christmas Eve, we get to light the white one. Doesn't that look so beautiful? I made some flames out of yellow tissue paper and I just drew with orange to make the flame on them. If you have an orange marker, just draw the flame in the middle. And you can see how I got this one on. So you will do this one next Sunday. And this one is Sunday after. So save your flames and remember to put them on every Sunday in Advent and count down to Christmas. It's time to sing again. We've done this one before, so I know you're going to sing it out nice and loud for me today. It's This Little Light of Mine. I have made some changes though. I have made some changes because we're going to sing all around Stittsville. We're going to let our light shine. And we're going to sing all around the whole wide world. We're going to let our light shine. And that's what Jesus is all about, loving everybody in the world. So sing with me this time because you know it. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time. All around Stittsville, I'm gonna let it shine. All around Stittsville, I'm gonna let it shine. All around Stittsville, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time. All around the whole wide world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the whole wide world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the whole wide world, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time.